Right, we're back in the video for today. I have a new paper from Mastercard that talks about XRP as a bridge currency. We will also talk about how Visa has been getting ready to work with XRP and Ripple. We're going to talk about some important changes happening in the XRP environment right now, especially since Franklin Templeton's spot XRP ETF has been pushed back. What's going on here? We're going to talk about that, plus a bunch of other newscasters. I hope that the information I give you is useful to you. If you do, please subscribe, like, and leave a message below if you'd like to. A new Mastercard paper talks about XRP as a bridge currency, which is what this post is about. Right here, you can see that Ripple SBI Remit uses XRP as a bridge exchange. It's been clear for a while that Mastercard knows a lot about what Ripple is up to. And Mastercard has been working with Ripple instead of against them. As you may know, Visa and Mastercard have been in a bidding war over Ripple partners over the past few years. The companies that work with Ripple and XRP, like Visa and Mastercard, have been looking for ways to buy companies that use this technology. This is because they need to get their hands on it. A very long time ago, they knew that Ripple would likely be a leader in blockchain technology. Mastercard makes sure they are ready because of this. You can also see that Thunes is here. Along with Brightwell, Western Union, MoneyGram, Stellar, and others, that's another company that works with Ripple. These are the links I was talking about just now. 2019, Visa bought Earthport, a business that works with Ripple, connects to RippleNet, and lets you use XRP to pay for things across borders. In this way, Visa can use XRP's payment and liquidity features through the facilities of Earthport. Earthport is now part of Visa, which means that XRP is ready to play a big role in global payments. Visa's 2025 report makes it clear that they are paying attention to crypto, and XRP is a good way for them to support their efforts across borders. I have a question for you. It looks like you've been in this space for a while. A lot of you have been here for a while, but I know some of you are new. What stands out the most from the top 10, 50, or 100 tokens? In other words, who has the tool that schools want to work with? They were held up in the US because of the SEC, which is the only real reason they haven't taken over the world by now. All of that is no longer true. Ripple is very important and is thought to be the world's largest blockchain technology company. That means you have a lot of duty. A lot of the world's value will then be added to the XRP system, which brings us to the 2019 Earthport purchase. At the time, it was really cool to watch all of this happen. I wish my channel was up in 2019. We should have talked about this right then. And of course, this is a paper from Ripple that shows how institutions like Facebook, Google, Uber, and Airbnb could use Ripple and XRP to make payments easier. Think about an Uber driver who gets paid for every ride or service they make that day. Since it costs a lot, payment only happens once or twice a month. You've heard me say this many times, it costs a lot. People could do this for less than a penny with the blockchain, which could make their everyday lives better. It says this is from Smoke on it. Really, people would use XRP and not even know it. The protocol behind Ripple is made to quickly send money across borders, whether it's in the form of dollars, gold, energy, or even services. Ripple works like SMTP does for email. It moves money from one place to another. The following document says that the Ripple protocol is similar to SMTP, which is an email protocol that lets different small email services talk to each other, no matter which service is used. In an email, you don't see SMTP. When money moves, you won't see Ripple. That being said, here is the paper they were talking about. Ripple is the open internet technology that was started in 2012. After that, this is the link to SMTP. Down below, you can see euros, dollars, pounds, barrels of oil, hours of power, services, and a lot more. Remember that only 7 transfers happen every second on the Bitcoin blockchain, which means it is very slow. For those who have sent Bitcoin to a friend or pulled out Bitcoin from an exchange, you know how long the process takes. The longer it goes on, the more worried you become that you may have done something wrong. Have you ever sent a trade and it didn't show up? To check if you sent the right amount of money, you need to look through your transaction records. That doesn't make me feel good. You can get the same value there with Bitcoin right away if you use XRP. According to what it says, bank customers don't need to know anything about Ripple or its system in order to use it. Finally, here are some more links that Rob Cunningham brought up. Now, Ripple has been around since 2012, and these are some of the relationships they've had since then. Google Ventures, Lightspeed Venture Partners, Pantera Capital, Founders Fund, Anderson Horowitz, IDG Capital, FF Angel, and Camp One Virtues are some of the investors who have put money into the company. And then here is, of course, some of the Ripple relationships that we've known to. These have been around for a while on Ripple. Bank of England and Deloitte, which is one of the top 4, are here. DBS, right? Westpac and the Royal Bank of Canada. Yes, I do. I am not aware of any other blockchain technology company with as many institutional partners. It's something I've never seen before. It looks like HBAR has a great board with some of the biggest companies in the world on it. You shouldn't bring it up when you're talking about banks, though. Okay. Then you start to wonder how fast and how much of this value will be added to the chain, right? Is this going to drip slowly, right? Every day we put $1 billion on chain, or are they just going to test the seas and then get in a big hurry to move all this value right away? Some governments, like the US government, know that the old SWIFT system may become very weak over time. This is especially true as technology improves and hackers acquire new skills. I believe that there is a real worry that the old system might not be safe when you talk about quantum computers. So when is this going to be on blockchain? Okay, when will it happen? In the next 2 to 3 years, 5 to 10 years, or after that? For me, I think that between 3 and 5 years from now, 10, 20, or even $50 trillion 0 cents will be added to the chain. I think the rest of it will come naturally once they feel really good about doing this. In 2021, I was able to make $2,800,000 0 cents on the cryptocurrency market with the help of my group and close friends. I've never even come close to making $1 million, let alone just about 3 times that amount. I was able to do this because I learned about the crypto market quickly and knew where to find useful information before anyone else. If you haven't already learned it, being early and investing only in real benefit projects that will last is the key to the crypto market. There will be a lot of really big DeFi and tokenization projects for real-world assets in the next 5 to 10 years. Their prices will go through the roof. Along with the information I share with you every day in CryptoNairs, we have it. You need to know what you're doing in crypto and where to find it if you want to take your crypto journey to the next level and make crazy amounts of money. The most useful facts. Getting better at that will help you make big changes in the crypto world. Then it says that Piercy's technology says the XRPL EVM testnet is becoming more interoperable. Remember that I showed you about how many companies and devs want to build on the XRPL using this EVM sidechain maybe a week or 2 ago. The SEC case was the most obvious thing that held us back. But coders have also been adding to the network, right? To do this, we need to get 500 to 1, 0 new workers to work on the XRP ledger. The things they build will need XRP and RLUSD for all of those different systems and DeFi protocols. Because of this, the more value we can move and record on the ledger through these relationships, the better we are going to be. This was submitted by Eleanor Tarot. The head of the SEC has put off making a decision on Franklin Templeton's XRP spot ETF until June 17th. Really fast, you know how